What is up, guys? NBA2K13 here, bringing you my first head-to-head game of NBA 2K13 versus a human opponent. This is a guy on my friends list. Been logging in some heavy practice time with the Memphis Grizzlies, getting to know the shot releases, what my players can do, where they like to shoot from, play sets that I like, and all that good stuff. And what better test is there to see if I can put it all together than going up against the Miami Heat? And this guy went hardcore. He set the game up for 12-minute quarters. Wow. So yeah, that'll give me plenty of time. And here I'm doing my defensive settings. Gonna put Trick or Treat Tony on LeBron. And you know, the thing you want to do with LeBron and the Heat and all that is just LeBron and D-Wade are going to score. They're going to score. And I play manual defense. I play on-ball defense. So, you know, all I want to do is just try to make getting into the paint as hard as humanly possible and keep them on the perimeter as much as possible. On-ball D is the way I like to play. Keeps me involved in the game. And I like being able to manually direct and take away people from getting to the spots that they want to get to. So, that's how I roll. But anyway, after this game, we had a little bit of a discussion, and the issue that was brought up was whether or not shot making on the default online settings is too easy. Some of you may not be aware that the game has a couple of gameplay options. It has simulation and it has default. And for online play, the default play settings is not simulation. It's default settings on All-Star. And to the question of whether or not shot making online is too easy because of those settings, I would say it's a combination of yes and no. Obviously, good shooters who are, you know, good shooters who have good looks are going to make shots at a higher rate. No question about it, and that's the way it should be. It is easier, though, I think, to make the difficult contested shots and to also get into the paint and take advantage of being able to slip through and around contact and finish. And you'll see some examples of that in this game where, you know, some difficult shots are made and you see issues where guys kind of slide and disrespect defenders and are able to get shots off and convert them. And in this game, he starts out playing a heavy dose of zone, which kind of catches me off guard. It takes me a little while to remember how to attack zone. And he's got LeBron, Wade, Battier, Bosh, a lot of athletic length out there. So, you know, whatever. That's the way he wants to play. That's his prerogative. There's nothing wrong with that. And when he has his bench players in the game, he mixed in some man. I played strictly man for the most part. I don't really like playing zone unless I feel there's absolutely no perimeter threats on the floor whatsoever, because of the fact that if you're in transition defense, guys won't make an effort to stop the ball. They'll just go to their assigned spots on the floor. But overall, I feel like if you just execute and take good shots, you'll be rewarded for making good shots. And while it is a bit easier on the default online settings to make difficult shots than it would be playing on simulation, I still feel like you can certainly force stops, force bad shots, and make things harder for people to get what they want. Are there times when you'll be, frustrated by playing perfect defense and a guy makes shots? Yeah. When you're playing on-ball defense, is it hard to always stay in front of the guy? Yes.
LeBron comes in for Rashard Lewis, and it's Chalmers in for.
But I don't think on-ball defense is something that it should be something that should be easy. It should be a little bit difficult to
I agree with you.
play because defense is about reaction and anticipation as much as anything else. But I feel like for me, it's the best way for me to play. I can't play off-ball defense and look at some of the nonsense that takes place. I get enough nonsense in my view when I play on-ball defense and don't see guys give logical help. I can't imagine playing off-ball defense and seeing guys just being slid off of. I want to be in control of what happens. Nice move there.
That high, that's crazy.
So Memphis is hanging in there so far.
Lewis outside.
Doing some good things, trying to run shooters off that three-point line. He's got Rashard Lewis in there now.
Pulls it from the elbow.
Bit of a quickness mismatch there.
Cole the pass to Allen.
And I hung in there as best I could with Zach Randolph and forced a pretty difficult shot. That's all you can really do. And I think on average, even though I don't love the defense in the game, I think that you can, still do some pretty decent things. I absolutely love the offensive controls. Really like them a lot. And I mentioned that in my review of the game, and their game makes a circus shot. That's the kind of shot that you obviously get more often under these settings.
The attraction of living in Miami.
And then Wade slams it in.
Gee, Wade in the open floor.
That thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce.
He's starting to
maximum force on that.
Assert themselves a little bit now.
Back to Gay. Launches it.
And that's why, and that's the danger of playing zone defense. And I think most of the three-point shots that I got were pretty much in the flow of what I'm doing offensively. Rudy Gay with the facial.
Over to Saul. Again, the Heat, good for two.
I don't see why they wouldn't just continue to pound the ball inside.
Here's Randolph. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Battier going for the pump fake.
Conley dishes to Randolph. And stolen by Miller. And now the fast break. LeBron
and off to the races, and Ray Allen runs the floor like he is 25. So what are your guys' experiences with the game so far from a online perspective?
Got 8 points. LeBron outside.
When I'm playing someone who, plays in a logical manner, isn't just running around like a headless chicken and actually knows what they're doing, the game is very, very fun, like most sports games are. I don't really like the offline experience that much because I'm not a my player guy, and I think how much enjoyment you get out of the game offline is going to be dictated by how much of a my player fan you are. Because I don't really enjoy playing the CPU that much in this. But against a live opponent, I think the game is very, very fun despite its quirks and despite the problems that we all know about, transition defense, rebounding, and all that good stuff.
And that one's good.
Because I feel like you have at least more power to
3 straight buckets in the paint. They're making it look effortless. Well, speaking of effortless,
dictate the outcome of the game when you're playing a human, because it's your skill against his, your ability to execute versus his, your ability to play defense against him, as opposed to the CPU where You know, in basketball, the CPU has to score. So I feel like playing on-ball defense versus CPU is pointless, because if the CPU needs to score, it's going to score. Whereas when you're playing a human, you can dictate a lot more. You can
really good offensive execution. Nice pick.
Play people and play the offensive player a lot more closer than how you would want to play them in real life and be rewarded for it.
Sinks that one from the post.
Zebo.
He's got 7. So with Gay on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Lionel Hollins.
So how are they able to execute and hang in here with Rudy Gay on the floor?
There's Wayne Ellington, and it's Gasol, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
I try to draw a foul on the Euro step and get it.
By Bosch. Pondexter kicks to Bayless. Jacks up.
Now that I really like. You see how that pass fake froze Battier a little bit, caused him to retreat, and that was enough to give me enough space to get that jumper off because he couldn't quite close out. Stuff like that I really, really like. It's the little subtle things that allow you to be able to create space. And you have a lot more options to do so with the combination of the stick and trigger, and as well as the buttons. Someone asked me what I use as far as my offense goes, and it's a combination of the sticks and trigger as well as a circle button. Some move combinations I feel are a little bit more efficient to run with the circle than the stick. I just get more consistent outcomes as far as getting the player to do the move that I input. I just love the offensive creativity that you have to create space to, you know, get a decent look off with your guy.
That's in there. Conley with this.
Marc Gasol into a perimeter jumper.
Over Allen.
Now I'm just trying to keep LeBron out, and LeBron just makes a good shot there. It's going to be LeBron time here. And LeBron's having a good game. I'm just trying to make it as hard as I can. Trapping Gay, Conley wide open, and you get a little bit more generous with the shot release also with these default line settings also, because you notice I had a early release there but still canned the shot. So LeBron again, and that's the kind of thing that you have to look out for when you're playing the random online ranked guy. Is most of these guys that you play are going to want to just wiggle and slide their way into the paint and shoot those kind of shots.
1:19 left in the game.
And again, all you can really do is make it as difficult for them to get there to begin with as you can.
Gay can't hit.
I probably should have shot that ball a lot sooner. Now the Heat in the open floor again.
A rebound by Gasol. Grizzlies shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%.
Look how fast they get back. Jeez. This happens. Why can't your guys do that when you're playing against a CPU? Game winding down.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how you do
I thought I was in, you know, decent position there, but you know, again, sometimes it's going to happen.
Can't get it to go.
And that time he misses. So we're going to close this game out on the free throw line.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
So I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about the handle I have on this squad.
Down low, tipped, stolen by Allen.
And that'll be a wrap. Memphis pulls away in the fourth and holds off the Heat. 12-minute quarters is a long game. long game. It was hard chopping up all this stuff because you have so much, you know, time. But Mike Conley gets the player of the game. Dropping dimes, got some rebounds, did some scoring, did a little bit of everything. Hit some open threes. I thought it would have been Rudy Gay, but no. They gave it to Conley. Dishing to Trick or Treat Tony, hitting another long jumper. Passing to Zebo, doing everything. Hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to y'all later. Peace.